Kristjan Sokoli here at the Mark Lewinsky football camp. You and Mark are friends. He's thrilled to have you here. Seattle Seahawks, USFL. Let's talk a little bit about your experience and coming out and donating your time on a day like today.
It's been a thrill to be here. Thank you, Mark, for having me here. Me and Mark got drafted together at the Seattle Seahawks. We've stayed in touch since then. And to be able to come back here and give back to these guys that play the game now is really special. And one thing, Mark has been teaching these guys a lot of football, but one thing he's been teaching them is about life as well, and how a lot of the lessons that we learn in football you can really take to life. The simple things that everybody can do that don't take talent. They're simple, but they're not easy. Working hard, getting up early, practicing good habits, listening to your coaches, being a good teammate, working good in a team, doing things that are other-centered, not for yourself. It's against your nature, really. That's what kind of we're telling the guys. Like, we all want to have fun. We all want to think about, what's best for me. But what it really takes is, how can I get better? How can I give myself to the game to become a better player, become a better teammate? And I think Mark's done a great job today, and pleasure to be here to kind of send that message with them to the kids.
I want to be the kid with your group. You had Greg Skrepnak, NFL guy.
Yes.
You had Ron Solt, and a guy who's fresh like you. Those kids must have been soaking you up, and you get a little camaraderie with those guys and get to talk to them.
Absolutely, and those are guys that have played in different decades. I came to America in 2000, 9 years old. I was a soccer kid. I fell in love with football probably in 2004, 2003, about 12, 13 years old, and since then it was only football. To be able to talk to those guys who played in the 90s and the 80s before me, and also see how the game's changed, but it also hasn't. We agree on so many little things that are football stuff, it's not necessarily technique, but just things like we were talking, me and Coach were talking about how there's no perfect technique, there's no perfect philosophy. Things are constantly changing and evolving, and it, just like the game is. And I think that's what's neat about football, and we're trying to teach these kids too. Football, like life, is always evolving, and you're really practicing. You're practicing life by getting better at football.
How about your experience with the USFL this past season with Houston? What was that like?
It was great. It was really an awesome opportunity. I'm 30 years old. I was working a 9 to 6 desk job, which I don't dislike. It's a great opportunity for me. But yeah, to be able to have a chance to go back to play professional football, it was a dream come true. Really was a good time. And, shout out to the Houston Gamblers. We didn't win as many games as we wanted to, but we had a good group of guys and a lot of talent on that team, really.
Great to catch up with you, hear your story, and appreciate you again being here around Mark. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.